Hello, hello, E&S Journey. What's going on, subs? Happy Wednesday. To the right of me, I have the Mister. Say what's up, babe.
Morning.
He's playing the game. What game is this?
Mafia.
So, how are you feeling today? He's so into the game.
I'm okay.
We are just touching bases with you because we've both been vlogging separately. And we are here before he get ready to go to work.
Again.
Spread some love. Thank you to those who's been watching our videos so far. We really appreciate the support, especially from our family. They are just pouring in. I'm amazed at the number of views that we see now and the number of subscribers. Support is really important from your family and your loved ones. You know, it
Yes,
definitely
indeed.
is important. So that's right. Y'all keep on tuning in and showing us some love. And we going to show y'all some love back. Right?
Yes, indeed.
Touching on the subject that you were talking about yesterday on your way to work about the young man. Someone sent me something on Instagram. I'm saying that the store is permanently shut down.
By the mayor and by the state.
Which is good because the owner,
He's a coward.
yeah, him and the other guys that was in the store, because I feel that he could have did something. Once the young man went inside the store, he could have locked up the store. He could have did something, you know. That is so sad. Normally, like neighborhood bodegas, they know, who's who, so they'll help. And, I still feel like you were saying, they was the cowards. I still feel like they could have did something. But thank God that some justice is being done. The petitions that we signed, I even signed everybody's names down, so that store can be shut down and the street name can be changed. So we're just going to continue to pray for his family. I want everybody to keep his family in prayers. Definitely don't let this go out of your system. Keep on praying for them because she's going to need it. Her family's going to need it. He's going to need it. And I watched a video of the young men in court.
All of a sudden, they don't know how to speak English.
Right,
Now,
right.
let me base upon that. If you're here in the United States and you can have acts of killing with a cold heart and you chop this young man up like he was an animal.
With machetes and knives and constantly poking.
You chop this man up like he was in a butcher shop and left him to die. That means you should be able to speak English. They know how to speak English. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, now they getting caught. You don't know how to speak no English, but you know how to count a dollar bill. You know how to do all these other things that you know how to speak English. And now it's time for you to sit in front of the judge. All of a sudden, tú no hablo inglés. But yet still you in the hood. If you know how to smoke weed, you know how to speak English. If you know how to drink liquor, you know how to speak English. If you sitting on a milk crate and you listening to all this rap music, you listening to it in English.
And you're a gang
member.
Yeah. That's
So therefore, at the end of the day, today is this young man's funeral. So I feel like as all of us being parents and being role models to the youth who is our future, we should pay our respect for him because that could have been one of our children.
Right.
That could have been one of our family members. These young men growing up here nowadays, they have no respect for themselves. Mm-hmm. Not just for themselves, for elderly people. Mm-hmm. If you can kill an elderly person, you could kill a little child. It means you can kill somebody your own age, or you could kill somebody else who doesn't matter.
No remorse, no feelings.
That means you walking around with a cold heart. You walk around with a cold heart. If you walk around with a cold heart, you don't belong here.
You know, it's sad. You know, it's crazy that you said that about the elderly, because the elderly people are being attacked. You know, they're being hurt. I don't know what, you know, what brings someone to hurt someone's grandmother.
The sounds the same gang who killed that elderly lady last week. Same gang.
And then they in the courts with
headphones on.
They headphones for the translator. And I'm like, really? But you ain't need a translator when you was shouting out, when you was killing this young man. You didn't need a translator when you went to go physically premeditate to kill him, because that was premeditation to me. You actually went and got machetes and knives to go and physically cut and stab and brutalize this young boy. Justice for Junior. I'm so for this. So for this. And everybody else, please just send your prayers to his family. You know, I don't want them men to have another day in this light. I'm sorry, suffer. You know, you can't do stuff like that and think it's supposed to be easy.
I don't agree with Donald Trump in all situations, but I feel like in this situation, I'm going to have to agree with the president. Why I say that is because not all immigrants are bad.
Right.
Not all immigrants are bad. But you come here for a better life.
Right.
So if you come here for a better life, why make it hard on yourself? Why make it hard on the people who's an immigrant and who wants to be here? That's the reason why he wants to put a border wall up. That's the reason why he wants restrictions against immigrants, because he feels like you're going to come here and you're going to do the things that you're not supposed to be doing. But if you come here, you're supposed to do what you're supposed to do, live life, work. Not come here, live, and then destroy your community and tear your community down. I don't agree with him with some of the things that he do, but in this situation, I have to agree with him. If you don't have your stuff together, get out until you can learn how to get it together. Because there's people here who live here who don't have any papers, who you make it harder for. And these people go out here every day and they go to work. But yet still you have these little young bucks who don't care about society, who go out here, they do all these killings and these shootings, and then you look at it and then their parent is on the news crying for justice. Oh, my child is innocent. My child is innocent. How do you know if your child is innocent when you're not outside with your child, when they're walking the streets, when they're carrying these weapons, when they're out here with these gangs? You don't know what they're doing. So as soon as your child get hurt, stabbed, or killed, now you on the news praying for justice when you don't know what your child is doing outside in these streets. That's what I always say. Before you start praying for justice and you want justice, know what your child is doing in these streets. Because there's a lot of things that your child could be doing that the child is not supposed to be doing.
Well, the good thing about it is just
no, I'm not saying Junior. He was
certain
innocent.
Children, yeah,
certain children,
kids, right?
Certain things that go on now.
That's why I picked my son brain a lot. As you guys seen yesterday in the video, he told y'all firsthand that I asked a lot of questions because I need to stay woke on his life. You know, he's growing up. He's a young man, and you have to be, you know, dedicated. This is the thing. Now, not all immigrants are bad. Okay, not all of them are bad, but because you have some people that are born here that lives in the United States, and they are a bunch of dummies. You know, they're a bunch of donkeys because they out here doing senseless behavior as well. You know, where I live at, I've seen it done so many times. My little cousin, 2 years? Yeah. 2 years ago, he lost his father because senseless behavior. That was on the news as well. That you know, was crazy. It's just sad, you know, and us being parents, you know, things like this hurt us. It really does. And I appreciate you guys' support for taking the time out to listen to us and tune into our channel. We just pray it just gets more and more, but everything is a start, you know. I don't know if y'all saw my video earlier. I was talking about my amazing husband. He's so dedicated. He is not a social media guy, and for him to take his time out to start this journey it's amazing because it's like pulling teeth with him. So I'm super happy that, you know, when I brought this to your attention, that you were very supportive and down to be doing this. I was telling Top on the video that I'm the best dancer in the house. That's true. I think it's true.
I think Ty is. Because Ty can get boogie.
No. Ty was like, you're right. He told me I was right.
I mean, that's on her behalf. But I'm going to agree with my child.
I'm the best dancer in the house.
No.
Yeah, he told me so.
You see this head? That thing big. That thing big,
I'm the best.
That thing big, right?
First of all,
this is a license plate alone.
Forehead. Oh, really? You coming for me?
No.
Huh?
Just Mount Everest is just like...
Pizza dough?
I just rather be there.
But guess what? You married me.
I know.
You married all of me.
I married a bunch of immigrants.
Oh, excuse you? How is it? How was it being married to me?
I don't know. I'm about to call Donald Trump and ask him for it and ask him for some advice. Isn't he married to an immigrant?
Don't pay him no mind, guys. He got special needs. I'm gonna go check him into one of those places. I don't think I get paid a lot, but a little change would do. I'm definitely gonna check him in. So, at the end of the day, we thank y'all so much for tuning in.
Subscribe. You know, I'll be giving y'all a video.
Like and comment.
I'll give you guys a video on my way to work today. Today I'll be talking about the trial with these young men and the funeral today about Little Junior and Justice. You know, the mayor is going to be here today. So, you know, even though we don't agree with the mayor on certain things, you know, I agree with him on this situation because,
definitely,
you know, he's trying to make a change, not just for us, but as community-wise, he's trying to make a change. He's trying to take things off the street. He's trying to put our future, our little young men and women into more things that's going to benefit them in their careers instead of being fall to the streets and being labeled as another statistic. And that's the thing, because a lot of our young men and women nowadays are being labeled as statistics. You know, they think that going to jail and being sit behind bars is fun. You know, for prime example, you know, look at Meek Mill. You know, he's been fighting for justice for himself for so long for something that happened in his past, you know, and it's still haunting him to this day.
Was he a teenager?
He was a teenager, and he got beat up by the police department, and they tried to say that he beat up a cop. In all honesty, the cop was, you know, the cop was wrong. The cop was a corrupted cop. You know, they beat him up, you know, and now he's still fighting for something that had to do with him in the past. This man, you know, he was young. You know, Meek Mill is a grown man. But if you look at the similarities, you know, a lot of our young men and women are being labeled as statistics because they automatically think because you stand on the corner, you got to be selling drugs, you got to be doing this, you got to be doing that. You could be standing there having a conversation with your friends, and they automatically think that you're a gangbanger or you're supposed to be doing something wrong. Not everybody does something wrong. Meek Mill got charged with an F1 felony. F1 felony is what you get when you stab somebody or when you shoot somebody.
Like these guys.
Like these young 7 men. You know, he got charged for that for riding a dirt bike, which was wrong. You know, that's an F1 felony is what these young men are about to get because you stabbed somebody. You actually brutally murdered this young man in daylight. You know, like I said yesterday in my video, to the person who take this, you're not going to have any good luck because God is not going to allow anything to happen to you as in a good way because you allowed an innocent young man to get murdered in your eyes. How do you expect God to make sure that you get what you're supposed to do? You know, and he's not, because until you can sit there and stand up and say, I was wrong because I didn't call the police or I didn't call an ambulance or I didn't go downstairs and help this man, regardless if you got help, you would have saved another life plus your life. And God would have helped you, not just helped you. He'd have helped you not just save this young man because this young man got killed for something that wasn't him. Look at the Instagram video. Him and that young man don't look nothing alike.
They kind of do.
No, they don't look
in
nothing
the
alike.
notes, yeah, they do. When they similarize the picture. But not to cut you off. Speaking of the person who was recording. Okay, so my opinion is, okay, I'm glad you recorded it, right? But I'm mad that you didn't do something. So, in the midst of you recording, why you didn't call the cops? My thing. What's the hospital? St. Barnes?
St. Barnabas Hospital in the Bronx. The security guard. Now, let me say something.
Why? I mean, come on.
The security guard. When you're a security guard, now I used to work security. When you're a security guard, your first line of security is like an NYPD cop. Civilians come first. Regardless if you're in a hospital, you're outside the hospital, you're anywhere.
He was right outside.
He was right at the security desk. And the security guard looked at him and turned his head. That security guard need to lose his job.
I think everybody who
didn't help this man,
who didn't help, should be in trouble.
No,
should not.
What if the security guard mother had got stabbed up,
or son,
or family member,
whatever.
Any family member? How do you think he would have felt if another security guard seen him bleeding and calling for his life, and you ain't do nothing but look at him and turn your head? How would you have felt? You'd have been hurt. You'd have been crying deep down inside. Because now his mother has to walk around with a broken heart for the rest of her life. Because she lost a child. It's an old saying. A mother's not supposed to bury her child. The child is supposed to bury the parent. But in this scenario, because of the senseless acts of killing, now she has to walk around with a broken heart. What I mean by a broken heart, she lost a bright young man who was getting ready to be somebody. A baby who was getting ready to be somebody. Not only you tore her heart out of her body, you ripped her soul out of her system. Yeah. You ripped his family's soul right from under their feet. Now they have to figure out how can they start all over again without their baby being there. This man was about to become a New York City detective, one of the highest ranks that you can get in the police department, besides a captain, a lieutenant, an inspector, and a chief. He was ready to wear a suit and tie every day to work. But now, he didn't even get a chance to wear that. He didn't even get a chance to see life. He lost his life at the age of 15. He was still a baby. He was still a pre-teenager. He was getting ready. He was in high school. He didn't even experience life. He didn't even get to experience going to high school yet. Oh, he was in high school. He didn't get a chance to experience what it was to have fun in life, to see what it is to have his own children. Now he's in the dirt. Yeah. God took him, but you know what? God took him for a reason. Nobody else didn't want him to go. Maybe God has a plan.
At
the end of the day, it's sad. Everybody wants to be a rapper. Everybody wants to be a thug. Everybody don't know how to fight. Everybody rather pick up a gun. Everybody rather pick up a knife.
Back in the days, you could duke it out.
Like I tell everybody, if you watch a movie called The Warriors, that was real fighting. Nobody had a gun. Nobody had a knife. You either had a bat or you had a chain. And you had to fight from borough to get back to where you lived at. If that was to happen nowadays, a lot of these young men out here in these streets wouldn't survive. Because you know why? They don't know how to fight with these. They rather fight with this, and they rather fight with a knife instead of fighting with these. This will make you a man. Fighting with a gun makes you a coward. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Fighting with your hands, these hands is what God gave you to use. These. Only a coward uses a gun and a knife in a street fight or in a regular fight any given time. Because if you can stab somebody, it means you can stab your mother, you can stab your father, you can stab anybody. Because that means you have no remorse for nobody, not even including your own family members. Okay? Let's think about this right now. Why did Martin Luther King walk for us? Why did Malcolm X die for us? Why did Rosa Parks do these things? Why did all these historical black people who's walked for us, they walked because to do what? End segregation. And you know what we're doing? We're putting ourselves right back into the box where they want us to be. They want to continue to treat us like caged animals.
We're not going to allow that, because the way we are nowadays, we are strong-minded. I ain't going to let nobody separate me.
But
I'm going to continue to be who I am.
What I'm saying is, by the way at the rate we're going, that's how it's looking like. Because if we can't control ourselves in the street, and we can't control ourselves with the things that we're doing, how do you expect things to get better? That's the reason why these uppity black people and these uppity white people, they sit here and they label us as being the N-word. Because we bring it upon ourselves.
But that's another topic that we're going to talk about, that we will get into, because this conversation is getting deep. And he does get deep in these conversations. Y'all will see more of. But once again, thank you, subs. I say subs because they subscribers. Thank you again for taking the time out and checking out our channel. Please, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.